Right, play with me. I want to do some of that thought control, mind control kind of games where we both concentrate and we try and think of the same car. Okay, I'm going to picture a car, one of the most famous cars in the world. Close your eyes and try and imagine it. Think everyday, user-friendly supercar. Keep your eyes closed. One of the world's longest running sports cars. Okay, open your eyes. Was it this? There's obviously a problem. Close your eyes again and concentrate. Think of those things. Was it this? If it wasn't, it should have been. That's what I was after. It is, of course, a Porsche 911 Turbo. The programme is about Porsches after all, so you have had a clue or nine. Probably the most famous car in the world. Just saying those words, 911 Turbo, makes me go a bit funny inside. This old dog learns new tricks all the time. While the 911 label has been affixed to various Porsche cars since 1964, they have been diligently updating their flagship sports car so that it stays firmly in its place as a performance icon. Considered by many to be the ultimate road-going supercar, this car has the incredible winning combination of fame, style, performance, looks. It's got it all. Now, if you're expecting a subjective analysis of this car, then you can forget it, because cars don't get much better than this, and I'm going to tell you why. The new shape is more slippery than the old one, although it's instantly recognisable as a 911. The main criticism that accompanied the introduction of the 996 is that it looked way too much like the much less expensive Boxster when viewed head-on. The Turbo was the only model to have a slightly different headlight shape to differentiate it, but for 2002, the Turbo look has been adopted across the 996 lineup. Stunningly beautiful yet aggressive air intakes around the front grille, along with here on the rear wheel arches and round at the back, along with the ubiquitous uncouth spoiler, mark this car out as the creme de la creme of 911s, the Turbo. To that end, everything is where it should be. The 8,000 revs per minute tachometer is mounted front and centre in the instrument panel. No white dials, no fancy electronics or lighting. You see, it doesn't matter, it just has a job to do. And the gear lever is one of the most sensuous things ever handled. If you're thinking I need to get a life, well, you're not sitting where I am. Inside here, Porsche enthusiasts will be delighted to learn that everything is as it should be. In a day when other European car manufacturers take painstaking measures to create style and comfort, in here everything is driver orientated, as it always has been with the 911. Form, materials, build quality, craftsmanship is of the highest standard, but it's still just all about the driver. But there's only one way to prove that to you, and that's to take the 911 out. When the 911 996 was launched, traditional pipe-smoking, slipper-wearing Porsche enthusiasts were incandescent with rage that the car was no longer air-cooled and that they'd gone for a more environmentally friendly and traditional water cooling system. Granted, the car did lose some of its growl, but that's like saying Kylie's dyed her hair. As for performance, well, it's difficult to know where to begin. Some things are the same. It's got the familiar inline six, as well as the traditional 3.6 litre capacity. But this car generates, wait for it, 420 brake horsepower. Enough to rocket the car, and I mean rocket the car, from 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds, and on up to 190 miles per hour. There you have it, the ultimate 190 mile an hour supercar that's fit enough for nipping to the spa for a pint of milk. Now, there's two things I forgot to mention. The first thing is price. I'm not going to tell you, just dream about the car. Suffice to say, strictly for the super rich and the super lucky. That was all a bit glowing. I've just remembered the other thing I wanted to say, and it's negative. Have you seen this red leather? It is horrible. Still, I'll take the car.